Shoulder, arm. Colors, ready, cut.
Good morning. We are here today, united as House Democrats, to make clear to the American people that every single House Democrat will stand up for your health care, stand up for your Medicaid, stand up for your Medicare, stand up for the Affordable Care Act, stand up for nutritional assistance for our children, our seniors, and our veterans. Stand up for our hospitals. Stand up for our nursing homes. Stand up for our community-based health centers. And stand up against massive tax breaks for GOP billionaire donors. And that is why every single House Democrat will vote hell no against this one big, ugly bill. And all we need are 4 House Republicans to join us in defense of their constituents who will suffer mightily from this bill. Children will be hurt. Families will be hurt. People with disabilities will be hurt. Women will be hurt by what is an all-out assault on the health care of the American people. An unprecedented assault, ripping health care away from more than 17 million Americans. Premiums, copays, and deductibles for other people on private insurance will go up all across the country. Hospitals will close. Nursing homes will shut down. Community-based clinics will not have the ability to operate. And as a result, people are going to die connected to this one big ugly bill. Tens of thousands of unnecessary American deaths per year. Shame on Republicans for even bringing this bill to the House floor. So all we need are 4 Republicans to join us in support of their constituents, to have John McCain-level courage and stand up in defense of the health care of the American people. What type of party would bring a bill to the House floor that rips away Medicaid from those in need? What kind of party would bring a bill to the House floor that literally robs food from the mouths of children, veterans, and seniors? And all of this is being done to provide massive tax breaks to their billionaire donors. It's unconscionable, it's unacceptable, it's un-American, and House Democrats are committing to you that we're going to do everything in our power to stop it. And all we need are 4 Republicans, just 4, to show John McCain-level courage. Just 4. There are 220 of them. All we need are 4. And so all we have to do as a Congress is act in a manner consistent with the better angels of this country. Stand up for everyday Americans, not the wealthy, the well-off, and the well-connected. That's what Republicans are doing in bringing this one big, ugly bill to the House floor. Why would anyone vote for this dangerous and extreme bill? Why would Rob Bresnahan vote for this bill? More than 30,000 people would lose access to their health care in his community in Pennsylvania. Almost 60,000 households could lose access to food assistance in his community, at risk of going hungry. Why would Rob Bresnahan vote for this bill? Why would Scott Perry vote for this bill? Almost 25,000 people in his community will lose access to health care. In his community in Pennsylvania, almost 40,000 households would lose access to nutritional assistance. They're at risk of going hungry. Why would Scott Perry vote for this bill? You see, the difference between them and us, they work for the special interests, for the rich and the shameless, for the wealthy, the well-off, and the well-connected. House Democrats work for the people. And that's why we will continue to do everything in our power to stop this bill in its tracks. Every single one of us will stand up for the health care of the American people, for the nutritional assistance of the American people, for efforts that actually should be designed to improve their quality of life, not hurt it, to lower the high cost of living, not raise it, to bring people together, not tear us apart. John Lewis, who we all had the opportunity to serve with and continue to draw inspiration from, would always remind us that even in the face of what appears to be insurmountable odds, that we have a moral responsibility, and that certainly is the case right now, to show up and stand up and speak up for what we know is right. With every single fiber in our body, that's what we are going to do. Show up today, show up tomorrow, show up this week, show up next week, show up this year, show up next year, show up until we end this national nightmare in the United States of America and continue our march toward a more perfect union. Now my honor to yield to our distinguished whip, Catherine Clark.
Thank you, Mr. Leader, and good morning. This week we will celebrate our nation's independence. We will celebrate our freedom, the fact that we are not ruled by a king, but that the power belongs to the people. We will celebrate the fundamental promise of the American dream, the idea that if we work hard, we can provide for our families. We can have a life of dignity, a fair shot. So it's especially shocking that the Republicans are rushing to sign this cruel bill by the 4th of July. The largest cut to health care in our history, the largest transfer of wealth from working families to the billionaire class, a bill that makes Americans sicker and poorer, a bill that takes food from the hungry. There is no freedom in this bill. unimaginably, this bill is worse than when it left the House. It cuts Medicaid by $1 trillion. It kicks 17 million Americans off of their health care. It threatens hundreds of hospitals with closure, along with a quarter of all nursing homes. It hikes the cost of electricity. It hands a 3% pay cut to hardworking people of this country and hands their children $5 trillion in debt. Does that sound like freedom to you? No. Or does that sound like a government of, by, and for the rich? So who would vote for this bill? Why would David Valadao vote for this bill? Over 65,000 people in his district will lose access to health care if this passes. 60,000 households will lose access to their food assistance. And over 3,600 energy jobs will be lost, just in California 22. But why would young Kim in California 40 vote for this bill either? Over 31,000 people in her communities will lose their health care, and 15,000 households could lose access to food assistance. Why indeed? But we've been told exactly where we stand. The Vice President said these cuts are immaterial. Mitch McConnell says people will get over it. Joni Ernst reminded us we're all going to die anyway. So at a time when most households are struggling to afford the basics, Republicans have a clear message for American families. You don't matter. The people that power America, our nurses, our first responders, our small business owners, our veterans. Under this bill, the Republican Party views you as expendable, and that opportunity is reserved for the elite. Freedom isn't something abstract. It's something you do. It's something you empower people to do. You cannot shackle opportunity for the American people. You cannot restrain their ability to be free and then drape yourself in the American flag on Independence Day. So this 4th of July, House Democrats are going to stand in unity with millions of people across this country. We are going to do what Americans have done for 250 proud years. We are going to defend our freedom, we will defeat its enemies, and we will put the power with the people. And now it is my great pleasure to welcome Ranking Member of Energy and Commerce, Frank Pallone.
Thank you, Catherine. I just want everyone to understand why we as Democrats are so mad about this bill, because it's cruel. Some people have called it beautiful. Some have called it ugly. I call it cruel. It is the cruelest bill that I've ever seen since my tenure in the House of Representatives. Now, why is that the case? Because so many people will lose their health insurance, and because of the lack of affordability, that's going to increase costs in so many ways for the average American. Look, the bottom line is every time this bill moves forward in energy and commerce, 13.5 million people lose Medicaid. And then it goes to the House floor, 15 million people. Now the CBO says the Senate bill, 17 million Americans lose their health insurance. And what happens when they lose their health insurance? The hospitals have uncompensated care, the nursing homes have uncompensated care, and they have to push those costs on to everyone else. And so premiums go up.